Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala. Okay, so as promised, we'll talk a bit about the Qiraat, and maybe I should apologize for thinking that you all know this. So,
Oh,
yeah, so actually, I think when I talk about this, this is going to be like, I don't know if I should call it intro even, maybe a summary. Okay, actually, what I'm going to say, I think most of it you all know, just that it's either you all don't know that the puzzle come together, or you don't actually know how the application of the thing is. You see, like inshallah, when I talk about this, like most of the things that I've heard it before, just that how it manifests into actually what we see in the Quran. That's the thing that I think most of us might not know. Okay, so basically, when we talk about or when we think about reciting the Quran, right, the first thing we think about is tajweed. Yeah,
yes.
but that's not actually the only signs that come together that give you this Quran as you see it, the Madinah Quran I'm referring to. Okay, and obviously when we talk about tajweed, um, it does because the mainstream Qiraat is halves, right? So when we talk about tajweed also, it's a bit like narrowed down to only halves. But obviously, think about if the mainstream was another Qiraat, for example, Warsh, then our tajweed that we learn will also be a bit different actually. Okay, so think of it like that.
Yes.
The thing about that is, yeah, so the Quran is revealed in 7 ahruf. Ahruf, this is a very big thing. I mean, for lack of a better term, I would say dialect. And I give you like an English example, but it 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 is all over in all the languages basically. Okay, so like all language, like even English, whatever language that you have as your mother tongue, Malay, Chinese, some Indian language or something, right? All of these like main languages, they have dialects, right? So let's compare like English, okay? So take American English and British English, okay?
Yes.
So between these two, sometimes you can have one thing, but it is called by two different names. Okay, so for example, maybe Americans say sidewalk, British we say pavement. Okay, that kind of thing. Okay, so many things can be like this. Okay, and then sometimes we have one word. It's spelled exactly the same way, but then it's pronounced differently. So like vitamins versus vitamin. You see?
Yes.
This one haven't the Australian English. Okay, so you see like this thing lah. This is like my way to say like to how you can understand what ahruf can be like. Okay, so so yeah, so if that happens in English, I think you all can also think about how it happens in your own native language. So I'm Malay, right? So yeah, I can think of example of two different of one thing being called two different things in different dialects, basically, and the other one. So Arabic also like that. Okay. Then okay, so you can see this, right? This is Fatihah. Okay, this is Surah Al-Fatihah. Um, you know this, Arabs actually didn't even have tashkil or even dots. You know this, right? So even though their like literacy rate is very poor, meaning not everybody can read and write. In fact, very few can read and write. But those who can actually read and write, they are very good lah because they don't even need dots. You see?
Yes.
Yeah. So from the context, right? They know that like this particular shape can only be this particular word. Okay? That's only sometimes you get like maybe it's possible to be these two words. And that's how basically we have the qira'ah differences basically. Okay. And then yeah, so like I was saying, they like imagine when we can read some Arabic text without tashkil, they take it one step further, basically. Okay, then obviously when the Ummah became bigger and then enter into non-Arabic lands, you can only imagine what kind of mistakes they were seeing, right? So even from the Sahabat time, like they already send Sahabat to teach in all these different lands, you see. But again, coming back to the ahruf thing, because of that, so different Sahabat is teaching them like different qiraat basically, what we call now as qiraat basically. Okay, so all this qiraat goes back to the Sahabat. I will talk about like the conditions of the qiraat later. Okay, then obviously then you know the rest, uh, uh after a few years maybe they put dots, they started to put dots because it's still not enough. Then after that they start to put tashkil because it's still not enough, people were still making mistakes. Yeah, so you all know this. Okay, so and then but do remember that even when they put dots and tashkil, right? The Quran is still an oral tradition. So even though there is mushaf, the Quran recitation still is an oral tradition, still needs to be mutawatir. Okay? So and the qiraat, right? Even though they are named after like different imams of qiraat, they still go back to the Prophet via these Sahaba who went to different lands to teach, basically. Okay, so it's not called like Qiraat Ibn Kathir because he started it. No, it's because that's what he's been studying, right? He's the one who like that's what he's been teaching, right? So then when hold on, yeah, when the scholar I think his name is Shatabi or something, he's the one. There are two main scholars who came and write about all these different qiraat, right? He basically named the qiraat based on these different people, this different imam of qiraat lah. But obviously, like I said, it is not them who started this. Okay, so I will not go into like what are the different qiraat name or the imam of the qiraat. I'm not going to talk about that at all. Okay, because that's not, we're not actually going to learn all the different qiraat. Okay, like I said in the previous lesson, right? I will only touch upon words that do have effect, a different effect on the meaning. That's all, right? So all the ones that like the qiraat doesn't really affect the meaning, like I give you example of watuhe, right? All that kind of imala stuff. I'm not going to point out, right? Because I'm not actually teaching you qiraat. I'm just focusing still on the Arabic aspects of the different qiraat. That's all. Okay? So here, this is Surah Fatihah without the dots. Okay? And then this is the one in our mushaf. Okay? And then this is from Warsh. Okay, so without me zooming in yet, what are the differences that you can see from the green one and the one before? Without me zooming in yet, what differences can you see?
The harakah.
Harakah? You mean this one and this one? What you mean by harakah?
Oh no, that one.
I think the dots.
The dots?
There's no dot on the noon in the wash. Is it this one?
Yeah, the second one, I don't see dot on the
yes.
noon.
Dot
Okay.
on the noon.
That is actually zooming in, but zoom out first. The bigger pictures first.
Oh, bigger picture.
Bigger picture.
See your ayat number.
That's why I'm looking at the ayat number now.
Yeah, Bismillah is
Bismillah
first ayah.
Yes, okay.
yeah.
In Madinah Mushaf, which is the
Yeah.
Hafs recitation. Okay.
Yeah.
we have this as number 1, okay? But we all heard before that Al-Fatiha have many verses. How many verses? It's called
7.
what? Yes, right? So it does
7.
make a difference if you say Bismillah is number 1 and Bismillah is not number 1. Yeah. So if you say number 1, or rather, if you don't say number 1, then your last 2 verses will be a bit different. See how they stop at An'amta alayhim. This is 1 ayah. This is number 6. Okay. This is called the signs of Adul Ay, the numbering of the verses, basically. So in different qiraat, not all the surah, some surah will have these differences. Okay.
Okay.
Let me color that. And then you were saying about the dots, right?
Yes.
That dots thing, yeah, noon basically don't have dot. Can you see this? Mustaqim. How many dots? Wait, let me make it bigger.
Yeah,
I have the bigger one. Here.
Oh, the cough has only 1 dot.
Yes. What do you think the fa will be?
This one. So without dot, is it?
No, the fa, the dot is
Fa
below.
hasn't got the
The
no
fa,
dots.
yeah, the fa has 1 dot, but the dot is below. An
Oh,
example.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Where is it?
Fi qulubihim.
There. Fee.
Where's the fee?
Number 8, number 9.
8.
After 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fee
Yes.
qulubihim.
I was already pointing here. Yes, here. Okay. So the fa here. Okay. So like this lah. And so all these dots is basically dot. Okay. Not just the dots, but also the tashkil. What about the tashkil? What can you see about the tashkil? Let me go back here. What can you see about the tashkil?
This Maliki Yawmiddin.
I mean the fatha, dhamma, kasrah. What is the difference between what you are always used to? Is it the same? Yes, fatha is the same.
No,
Kasrah?
Ilham. It's Kasra
Dhamma
is
is not same. Dhamma is not same.
Yes, the
I think.
dhamma is a bit different. Okay, this is still dot.
The tadpole, yeah.
Yes, okay, it's still dot. Even the sukun, our sukun is not actually this like 0 kind of sukun, right? Our sukun is a bit more
Like
like
a moon.
like
Like a
a
moon,
like
right?
this, like a less than even like a yes, okay, or more than, yeah, okay. So but this is all basically top, okay. So this is ijtihadi, okay. This is later on. This is the effort of the scholars. So that's why you see these differences, okay. Rasam is this one. Is the how you like write the shape of the word. That's rasam. Okay. And then waqf and ibtida is the stopping and the starting. So this one is also ijtihadi. So even if you compare the old Madinah Mushaf and the new Madinah Mushaf, you have different waqf signs. What I mean by waqf sign is the small lam, the small mim, the small like tili, that thing. Yes, okay. That is all under this signs. Okay. So this is actually 6 different signs on its own. Okay, but it's all here already. Obviously, basically we learn tajweed. We do learn like how to start and stop in tajweed classes, right? But not very detailed, obviously. But actually, you can learn all these signs like super detailed lah. Okay. So if you want to know more about this, I tell you where to go. Go to Quranic Progression. Okay. This is a free portal. You have to sign up for it. Okay. This is a tafsir class actually. Okay, wait. Let me go back and show you. Go to prophetic guidance. Okay. Just Google prophetic guidance. You will find this. Then you sign up. It's free. Then you have logical progression and Quranic progression. Okay. Logical progression is fixed. So you can go there and watch the lessons. It's been going on for I think maybe 10 years or something. Okay, and then Quranic progression, 6 years already, coming to 7 years. Okay, this is tafsir. But in between his tafsir lessons, go to lessons, go to his specials. Okay, his specials. Oh, he doesn't have like the titles here, but if you really want to, just tell me. I can tell you which lesson to go for which. I'll tell you what he does in his specials. So what he does in his specials is he talk about the division of the Quran, like before we have Jews and stuff. Then he did talk about Qiraat in one of the lessons. So here he goes on to the history, the how many Qiraat, all the different names, all the different imam, basically. And then he did talk about other ilm. If you want to know all this, like names of surah, what is Maki, what is Madani, this is all ulumul Quran. And then he talks about some tafsir in some specials. But in here, I think, yes. So here, waqf and ibtida is here in year 3. So let me know. I can give you all these the lesson numbers if you want to know. And then year 4, no, year 5. Hold on. 4, okay. Year 5. Adul I is in year 5. Rasam and Dot is in year 5 also. And then the 6 sciences that I just said, talk about basically, he put it into one lah. It's all here. Okay, so if you want to go on deeper, can always come back here or let me know. I'll tell you the lesson numbers, inshallah. Okay, and then the next thing I want to say is, hold on. No. Okay, so there are conditions for a qira'ah to be accepted. Okay, it must be in accordance with the Arabic language and its grammar. Okay, it must be authentic and must have it must be mutawatir, isnad to the Prophet. Okay, and then it must conform to the rasam of Uthmani. So I said that rasam is the basically the shape of the word, right? Oh yes, someone pointed out this Malik just now, right? So this is basically the difference in the qiraat. So we say Maliki Yaumin. Yes, we say ma as in 2 counts. Okay, the other qiraat is only one. Yes, so the difference is one is king, one is owner, basically. Okay, and then the one that we did in the previous ayah, right? So this is the shape. Supposed to be no dots. Okay, so imagine there's no dots here. This is the shape of the word. Okay, so all these others, even all the hamza. Okay, all this hamza, like this reverse to, right? This is all in dot. Okay, it's not rasam. Rasam is like that only. Okay, so all this shadda, all this fathah, this is all dot. Okay, so it can be this and it can be this, and we seen the difference in the meaning. Okay,
What's the meaning of dot?
dot to put the diacritic mark basically.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so that means the fathah and also that means the dots. Okay. And then one more is in Surah Al-Hujurat. I think it's ayah number 6. The famous ayah, the one that if a news come to you from a fasik, what you supposed to do? Yes, fatabayyanu. Yes, that's what we read. But there is another one that says, hold on. That says this one. Okay, so fatasabbatu. Okay, means this is to investigate, clarify, right? This very similar meaning to
Proof,
like
is it?
find proof. Yes, sabit. okay, to find proof basically. So very similar in meaning, yes. And this is the resam, right? So basically, yeah, can be many letters. Can be ta, can be ba, can be ya,
Yeah,
yes.
exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
Allah.
yes, so this can be this, but again, it must, although both conform, right? So both conform and both is mutawatir, so that's why it can be it is considered one of the qiraat lah. But let's say you can come up with a word lah that kind of can fit there, right? But you don't have a mutawatir isnad, right? So it cannot be accepted as a qiraat. So you cannot, so someone cannot just come and say, another word can fit into this rasam. See? Because if you don't have an isnad, then it cannot become another qiraah. So there is another thing called the qiraah shaz, which is rejected because it doesn't fulfill these conditions. Either this or this or this. But they are used in tafsir, for example, to give you like another perspective to the meaning or something like that. Okay, but other than that, you don't use it as a recitation. You can only recite the Quran using the different qira'ah that is mutawatir, basically. Okay,
Inshallah.
any questions? So like I said, right, a lot of things that I said, just that you don't know how it manifests into how you read the Quran today, right? Am I right to say that?
No, it's quite a lot is new to us.
Maybe
We
this
are so
one.
fortunate. We are so fortunate that we have all the marks here, tashkil and all that.
Yes.
Harakats. If
Yes.
not, how
Yeah,
are
so
we going to
imagine. This is maybe easy because we know
we know
Al-Fatiha that
the
well,
surah.
yes.
Yeah.
But
We don't know.
if you see a random page like this without dots, we're
Oh,
gonna struggle even for just one sentence.
yeah,
Yeah?
for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So
Then you're a Hafiz or Hafiza, yeah? Then they will know.
I think even a Hafiza will struggle sometimes, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Unless they have some special connection to that page, right? Then because there are quite a lot of pages, right? So I think they will struggle also, I think. Yeah. Okay. So that is Qiraat. Can Sister Shiraz, can you hear me already? Are you still here?
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yeah, sister, now you are doing.
Okay.
Starting 5 to 7 minutes, it was in. There was some issue.
I see. Okay,
Ji.
Alhamdulillah. So I hope that answers some of your questions. If you have other questions, inshallah, let me know. See if I can help you there. But otherwise, we go to the next ayah. The next ayah also have a qira'ah, different qira'ah. Okay. So, sister, first, Sister Zarina, is it? Yes.
Yeah, I better do one because I have to leave already for
Oh,
iftar.
okay.
Yeah, I'll do the first one, yeah.
Fatalaqqa.
Yeah. Fa is istignafiyah. New
Yes.
sentence. Yeah.
Okay. Fa is nafi.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also found Atifa. So I'm gonna put that. Okay.
Alhamdulillah.
And then talaqqa.
Talaqqa is a fi'l madi. Fi'l
Mhm.
madi mabniyun ala fat muqaddara.
Yes. You cannot see the fatha. Good.
Yeah.
And what is it on?
On
Muqaddara on what
alif.
letter?
On alif.
Yes. So if it's on alif, it will be.
What else we say? I forgot what to say.
If it's on alif, why? Is it ta'azur or thiqal?
Oh, ta'adzur.
Yes, ta'azur. Good.
Ta'adzur.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
And the sarf, please.
Yes, this is lam, cough, and yeah.
Yes.
Family 5.
Good. Madi.
Madi is talaqqa.
Oops.
Talaqqa.
Talaqqa.
And then yatalaqqa.
Ya talaq. Sorry. Ya talaq. Talaqa.
And then talaqiyan.
Talaqiyan.
Qi-
Yes, that if
yeah.
it's you make it nasab, what's the rafa version?
Talaqiyun.
The rafa version
Oh.
is talaqin kasratan.
Talakin and talakin. Oh, okay.
Yes. Okay. Fahuwa.
Bahwa mutalakin.
Yes. Mutalaq. Oh, why I keep putting mutalaq. Okay. Can? Inshallah.
Inshallah.
What does talaqqa means?
I look at the receive.
Okay. Yes. That will be basically an English meaning.
English, yeah, English
Yes.
translation, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Good. Okay. Next one, Sister Hamisa. Adamu.
Adamu is a fa'il marfu bil dhamma.
Marfu bil dhamma. Too easy, right? Mirabi.
Mirabi is ja wa majrur. Majrur bil kasra.
Majrur bil kasra. And then the ha.
Ha is domir mutasil fi mahalli ja bil idafah.
Yes. The whole thing.
Muta'alliq bil fi'il.
Okay, that'll be number 1.
Sister,
Muta'alliq.
better we can exit now, yeah?
Okay.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalam
Jazakallah
warahmatullah.
khairan. Alhamdulillah.
Okay.
Oh.
Salaqqa. And any other number 2? Or skip this one first. We'll come back to this one. Sister Quratul Ain.
Yeah.
Kalimatin.
Kalimatin is maf'ul bihi.
Okay.
And this is mansoob. Is it bil kasra?
Yes. But is it the default sign?
So ni'abatan anil fatha.
Yes. Niyabatan. Anil. Oops. Fatha. Yes. Why?
Because originally there should have been a fatha for nasab.
Yes. So what kind of word is this? That's why it cannot take a fatha.
Oh, annahu jama muannath salim.
Yes. Very good. Yes. Okay. And what's the singular of this word then?
Kalima.
Yes. Oops, sorry. Kalima. Good. Okay. So there is another qiraat. Oh no. Before that. What's the second one here? Sister Vivi, I think you can get this.
Hal,
Yes, why?
because ma'rifah followed by jar wa majrur.
So you're saying it's hal to Adam.
Yes.
So how would you translate that? Adam from his rock? Let's translate that first. Let's translate this first.
Adam received from his Rabb
Adam
kalimatin
from
his Rabb
Mhm.
words.
Yes, words, right? Maybe some words also can because this is nakira.
Okay.
Yes, receive words or receive some words. You can say
Some
that.
words.
Yes. Okay. So if you say from his Lord, from his Rabb, is hal to what? You said to Adam. But when you translate, it doesn't sound like hal of
It's not
Adam,
something to do with Adam, right? It's
but something to do with what?
kalimah.
Yes. So how is it connected to kalimat?
It's nakira before it's nabi. Rabbi. Okay. So it's nakira. I mean jar wa majrur before nakira.
Yes. So what's that?
That's hal also.
Yes, it's hal, just not to Adam, but to the
Yeah.
kalimat itself. Everyone got that? Inshallah? Can? The translation will not affect so much whether you say it's mutalik to the fi'il or hal. But everyone got that? Hal mean,
من كلمات.
oops, kalima. Can? Inshallah? But we have another qira'ah. Sister Shiraz, are you participating? Yes.
G, sister.
The other one, okay, fatalaqqa, same fi'il, no difference. But we have adama. So
Adama.
instead
Okay,
of
this will be
fa'il,
maf'ul bihi.
yes.
It will be
Okay,
maf'ul bihi.
yes. Okay, so I'm gonna put here. Oh no, I'm gonna put in orange. Mm, even okay. This is maf'ul bihi. And
Maf'ul bihi.
what's the status?
Mansub.
Mansub. Bil.
Mansub bil fatah.
Yes, bil fathah. Okay. And then what about kalimatun? Mirabi, you can still say
Jar
same thing.
majrur.
Mm-hmm.
Mutaliqani. Mutaliqani bil fi'l.
Yes.
Kalimatun will be fa'il.
Yes. Kalimatun would be fa'il and
Fa'il.
it's marfu bil.
Is marfu bid dam.
Yes. Give me a second. Okay. Fa'il marfu
Marfu bid dam.
bil dam. Okay. Two things. How will it affect the meaning? Any idea? If you say this is
the words were received.
مجهول.
Okay.
The word received to Adam
Okay.
from
So
his
this word is actually difficult to translate in English that can see both together. Okay. But basically, like laqa is to meet, right? So it's like if you meet someone, they also meet you, right? So let's say I meet you, Sister Shiraz, then I tell Sister Bivi,
yeah.
I met you, right? And then you tell another sister, you met me. So the fa'il is a bit different, right? But we use the same. But it's when I meet you, you meet me. So it's a two-way thing. Same thing here, fatalaqqa, this word talaqqa is a two-way thing in Arabic. Okay, but in English, when you translate, if you put Adam as the fa'il, then you say Adam receive words. But if you put kalimat as a fa'il, maybe you translate like words came to Adam instead of words receive Adam. Can you understand?
Received. Okay. Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
So if you
Ji, ji.
translate
Yeah.
this, okay,
Alhamdulillah.
maybe you will say something like then
Words came
some
to Adam.
words,
Then the words came to Adam
came, yes, to Adam
to
from
Adam
his,
from his Lord.
yes. Okay, clear, inshallah?
Hmm.
So, but okay, so that's one thing. But actually, I didn't want to put this qiraat in. I don't talk about this because it really actually doesn't affect the meaning. Okay. But now, is there anything odd if we say Adam is maf'ul and kalimat? So not meaning, I already told you, meaning technically in Arabic is a two-way thing. Okay. So the meaning, although in English it sounds different, but it's actually the same in Arabic. Okay, just that we don't have like a particular word, like because we can say I meet someone and someone meet me, it makes sense. But you don't say you meet something and something meet me. In English, you don't use meet for that word. So we don't actually have an English word that can do this word justice in Arabic and still have the same meaning, and but although it's different Irab. Okay, so we're not talking about the meaning anymore. But is there anything else that is a bit odd, maybe, in the Arabic language here? Sister Sue, maybe?
Oh, I'm in the car. I'm trying to answer your
Okay.
question?
Can you
Oh, what is it just now? I cannot hear you.
my question is in this
Mhm.
qiraat where Adam is the maf'ul and kalimat is the fa'il, is there anything odd in the Arabic?
Adam is the maf'ul and kalimat is the
Fa'il.
oh. The fa'il is at the end of the sentence.
That's not odd, right? I mean, the fa'il technically can be anywhere
Okay.
as long as after the fi'il,
What?
right? Yes, maybe
Okay.
there is taqdim and takhir, but it's not odd, right? Any other thing?
Yeah. Yes. I don't know. I
Jar
cannot.
majroor later. The
Also
before.
no. Also no. That's still taqdim takhir. That's fine. Anything else? Anyone? What about the verb that is used? What's the pronoun in the verb talaqqa actually?
Huwa. Oh, okay. Okay.
It is
Kalimat
feminine.
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 Huh? Is it
Talaka.
feminine or masculine?
Talaka is masculine.
Yes, talaqqa is masculine,
Huwa.
but
Masculine.
yes, huwa, right? But kalimat is feminine. Okay, actually,
Oh.
Feminine.
obviously, if you have learned this, this is also not odd lah. This is possible.
Yeah.
So that's why I added this qiraat so that we can talk about this actually. Okay, so let's go to that lesson.
The verb is not feminine. Yeah.
Yes, so basically this one is about when your fa'il and your fi'il does not match lah in the gender basically. Okay, so but I put it as when can the verb be feminine? Okay, so the fi'il must be feminine in these instances. When the fa'il is an ism zahir, means a clear ism, which is mu'annas hakiki, means a real feminine, a biological feminine. Okay, whether it is a person or even a animal, okay, doesn't matter. And be it singular, dual or plural, and it's not separated from the fi'il. Okay, the fa'il is a real feminine, okay, real like an ism outside, it's not inside, okay, it's a real feminine and it's not separated, means it's right after the fi'il. Okay, so here we have qalat and then we have imro'atu, obviously real feminine, right, wife of Imran basically. Okay, so here must use qalat, cannot use qala, sorry. Okay, next, when the fa'il is domir mustatir, hidden, and it goes back to a feminine word, be it hakiki or majazi. Majazi means not a real feminine. Okay, so here we have is as-sama'u, as-sama, right? And then in shaqqat. So we have madi, ya. And this ya is going back to as-sama. As-sama is real feminine or fake feminine?
Fake.
Yes, it's majazi, right? But because this word, right, is going back to this feminine word, here also cannot use in shaqqa. Must use in shaqqat. Must use feminine form. Okay? And then we have another one here. Where is our fi'il and fa'il, Sister Houston? I cannot see. Hold on. I haven't missed anyone, right? Okay, back to Sister Hamisa. Where's our fi'il and fa'il that we are talking about here?
Waskur is fi'il.
Mm-hmm. We are looking for a feminine fi'il.
Feminine fa'il.
Feminine fi'il.
Maryam.
Okay. And where's the fi'il for it?
I cannot see it. Is in tabazat.
Yes, this verb here. In tabadat here.
In
Okay.
tabazat.
So this is hiya because it's going back to Maryam. Okay, so I have one majazi and one hakiki for you here. Okay, both. Basically, you have a fi'il, but the domir is going back to something. So when it's going back to something feminine, whether it's real feminine or not, you must use a feminine fi'il. Get it? Inshallah? Can?
Okay.
And lastly, when the fa'il is a jamak mu'annas salim, okay, then you have to use a fi'il fi'il that is ta. Okay, then the fi'il can be, hold on, I cannot see. Yes, the fi'il
Sister, in the
can,
above thing, Mariamma was Mansoob, right?
yes.
So we need to consider that as file there.
No. You don't say this is fa'il, right? The
Okay.
point being here, this domir inside the fi'il is going back to
Okay.
Maryam. We don't say Maryam is fa'il, but we say this is
Okay.
madi hiya, that hiya is
Mhm.
going back to Maryam. Who is
Going
that
back
hiya
to
is
Maryam.
going back to
Okay.
Maryam. That's all. You don't say Maryam is the fa'il. Okay?
Ji. Yeah.
Then the fi'il can be mu'annas. So can be doesn't have to be. When the fa'il is an ism zahir, which is mu'annas majazi. So here you have ashams, okay? But you can use both tola'at and tola'a. But the former is better. The tola'at is better. Okay? So here, Sister Quratul Ain, where is our fi'il and fa'il in the second one? Ya ayuhan nas.
يا أيها الناس قد جاءت. So جاءت
Mm-hmm.
is the fail and
Mm-hmm.
موعظة is the fa'il.
Yes, correct. And again, this is also majazi. Okay, mau'izatun is majazi, not hakiki. So, yes, can use, meaning can also use ja'a without the ta. But this is a Quran, right? This is a Quran verse. This is what Allah chose to use. Okay, when the fa'il is an ism zahir, which is mu'annas hakiki, but it's separated from the fi'il, except for illah. Okay, other than illah. Illah cannot. Illah, we'll talk about that later. Okay, so here we have hadirat, and then ilal qadi, and then imra'atu. This is your fa'il. Okay, and here we have hadira, and then here also your fa'il. Yes, so here we have it separated with a jar wa majrur, basically. Okay, so hadirat can, hadira also can. Okay, and in the Quran here we have Sister Bibi. Where's our fi'il and fa'il here?
Ja'a is the fi'il
Mm-hmm.
and al-mu'minatu is the fa'il.
Yes, exactly. And it's separated by,
The kum,
yes, kum.
the
Okay.
maf'ul.
Yes, exactly. Even though it's attached to the fi'il, yes, this is
Mm.
still considered it lah. Okay. So here we have feminine, obviously, and then ja'a here is masculine. So this is like what we are looking at lah in our ayah here. Okay. Fatalaqa, we have ada mir rabbi, and then the word kalimat. Yeah. Okay. And then we have some more. When the fa'il is mu'annas and comes after a fi'il jamid. So fi'il jamid, we haven't talked about this, but it's like laisa, ni'ma, bitsa. We haven't talked about this, so this will make sense when we talk about that. Okay, but especially here fi'il jamid, I think we're talking about ni'ma and bitsa. So when we come to that, inshallah, then you understand this one. So I'm not gonna go there. Some more, when it can be, it can be, then this is when your fa'il is, oh, sorry. Yes, when your fa'il is jamak taksir, meaning broken plural, okay? Whether intelligent or not. So here we have at-tullab, students, yeah? So you can use hadara and hadarat. Okay, you can use huwa version can use hiya version. Okay, and of course in the Quran, we also seen before, the ones that did Surah Yusuf me, right? We see niswa, this is jamak taksir, right? And then qala is used. Okay. When the fa'il is a domir, which goes back to a jamak taksir. So you have a rijal, this is the jamak of rajul, obviously. And then, so this is mubtada, right? And then you have a fi'il. So you can use ja'at, the hiya will go back to rijal, or you can use ja'u. Obviously, whom is going back to a rijal also. Okay, so both is possible. Okay. When the fa'il is ism jins or ism jamak. Ism jins is basically your generic noun, like when you have shajar and then you add tamar puta becomes shajarah, that's ism jins. Ism jamak is your collective noun, so like kaum, nas, this kind of word is ism jamak. Okay, so these two words, okay, you can use either feminine or masculine. So here we have awraqat, awraqatish shajar. Okay, the trees were uprooted. Okay, and here we have the same verb, but this is the masculine, the huwa version, awraqa. Okay, awraqa, and then shajar. So this is obviously this is your ism jins. Okay, so you can use huwa form, you can use the hiya form. And in the Quran we have kadzabat qaumu. So qaum is obviously ism jamak. Then Allah uses ta here. Okay, then for those of you who have read about notes about like this star being like shows a lot, most of the people in the kaum, that kind of thing, that's like a balagha explanation. Okay, that can be taken into consideration. This one here, what I'm going through with you, this is like total grammar from a grammar point of view. Okay. Then when the fa'il is a mulhaq, we've seen this before, right? Variation of jamak muzakkar salim or jamak muannas salim, meaning they actually not supposed to work like jamak muannas salim, but they do, or jamak muzakkar salim, but they do. So for example, al-banuna. Okay, banun, you don't have a singular of banun, right? You don't take out the una and then you have, I don't know, banun. You don't do that, right? So this is mulhaq jamak muzakkar salim. So this kind of words, you can use ja'at or ja'ah. Okay, same thing as ulat, ulat. Okay, this is also the jamak muannas version because it doesn't have a singular. This is basically like the word ulul albab, that word ulu, right? It's actually uluna. Obviously, it's always going to be uli or ulu because it's always going to be a mudaf anyway, right? So same thing here. This is the feminine version. That's all. So you can use wada'at and wada'a both. Okay, so this is still talking about can be. Are you all with me right now?
Yes.
And the last one is when it cannot be feminine, is when the fa'il is jamak muzakkar salim. So here we have al-muallimuna. Is obviously muzakkar salim, una, right? So you have to use hadara, you cannot use hadarat. Okay? Or just now we talked about the fa'il and being mu'annas and it's separated, right? Then I said not by ilah. So when you separate it with an ilah, when you use it to single out using ilah, then if the fa'il is mu'annas, you cannot use a mu'annas verb. You have to use a masculine verb. Okay, inshallah we'll talk about this when we see an example in the Quran. And then the last one is when the fa'il is masculine in meaning. So even if it's feminine in wording. So for example, this is supposed to be lam, Tolha, the name Tolha. Okay, so obviously Tolha is a masculine name, right? Referring to someone male. So you cannot use the feminine verb. Can? Inshallah.
Yes.
Obviously, when we talk about the Quran, obviously the Quran cannot be wrong, right? So when you see something not matching, just come back to the notes, obviously. The Quran cannot be wrong. It's us that don't understand or us that forgot the rulings or something like that. Yes. So we come back here to revise. Can? Inshallah. 5:50. Hold on. Let me see.
Inshallah.
Okay. 10 more minutes. Maybe we do until Fataba alai. Okay. So next person. Sister, I don't know really. Sister Shiraz? Sister Shiraz?
Mic is muted.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fa harfat.
Faiz, sorry.
Harfu atfin.
Okay. Anything else? Can it be anything else?
Atifa. Atfa.
Anyone else have anything for this? No? Okay. We leave it for now. What about Taba then?
Taba is fi'l madi.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let me do this. Okay. Taba is
Taba. Fi'l madi.
fi'il madi.
Mabni alal fatah.
Fi'il madi mabni ala that. And
So
atau fa'il.
fa'il huwa zamir mustatir.
Fa'il is domir mustatir. Jawazan or wujuban? Is it huwa? Huwa can take outside dua or cannot?
It can be an outside door also.
Yes. So if it can have an outside dua, we say jawazan.
Jawaz.
It's only permissible to be hidden. It doesn't have to be hidden. Okay? It's not wajib to be hidden because it can be outside. So jawazan and then taqdiruhu huwa. Okay? And the sarf, please.
Yeah. Taba yatubu.
From what root letters?
Tawaba. Tawaba.
Yes. Good.
Tawauba.
Yes. So taba
Yatubu. Taubatan will be the masdar, sister.
Very good.
Taubatan.
Yes. Taubah. Fahuwa?
Fahuwa tai. Taib.
Yes. Taibun. Right?
Ji.
Yes. Next one. Sister Qiratul Ain alai.
Alayhi is jar wa majroor. And it's متعلق بالفعل.
Yes. متعلق بالفعل.
فعل تابع.
Taba. Yes. Can you translate fataba alai?
So he repented.
Okay. So who is the huwa inside taba?
Okay. So so this is Allah.
Yes,
Allah
exactly.
pardoned him. Allah
Exactly.
pardoned.
So taba actually means to turn, right? So taba ala is to turn towards someone accepting repentance. So taba ala is always Allah. So if it's taba ila, then it's us. We are repenting. Okay, we turn in repentance, basically. Okay, so just think about Allah being above. So Allah lah, taba ala, Allah is talking about Allah. Okay, so he, maybe we use accepted his repentance, something like that. Okay, or if you want to use the word turn, so he turn. Never mind, let's not use turn.
Accepted is a good
Yes.
word.
Okay, so yes, now about the fa. No one see anything in the fa other than Atifa?
Jazai, yeah? Is it Jazai, sister? Rabita.
When you say that, you mean
It is like hence.
okay.
It comes to the meaning of hence.
Yeah, okay. So close but not so close. So think of along that line. You're thinking in the correct
It's the
line.
nafia. It's the nafia. It can be a new.
No istinafia. Definitely not istinafia.
Oh.
Because it's after
It's
this, right?
sababiyah.
Yes, you are. I see sababiyah. So why do you think this is sababiyah? When we say sababiyah, there are conditions, right? What are the conditions for sababiyah?
Talilia, sister. Can it be talilia?
Not ta'lil, yeah. So if you say something is hold on. Oh, okay.
It should be nahi and all that, right? I
Yes,
forgot.
either nafi or any kind of request. Is there any kind of request?
No.
So why do you think
The
some
meaning,
scholars?
something. Katanak, he received the kalimat. So that no.
Okay, maybe I should ask, what is
Because
exactly the kalima is?
Actually, if we happen, the previous thing happens, this happen. It is in that way answering that, sister.
Is it
Yes.
tartib?
Yes, you are actually really all thinking there, the correct line already.
the
Okay?
the ayat that that he asking forgiveness.
Yes, what ayat is that?
ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن
Yes.
لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن
Yes.
من الخاسرين.
Okay.
That one.
So what
And
is in that
so,
ayah?
ربنا فاغفر لنا.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, ظلمنا أنفسنا.
Yeah.
ربنا
So we
ظلمنا.
have a nida, we have
وإن لم تغفر لنا. Okay, وإن لم تغفر لنا. Is that
the whole thing. You can say that this is a nida, right? One of the things that you need for something to be sababiyah is any kind of request. So a dua is a request, yes. So you can say this is basically like a request also lah, all these things. So basically the whole thing, okay. So number one, when you see a sababiyah, right? Number one is, it could be the scholar is a bit lax in his terminologies. So he doesn't like, I know for sure, Mufassal I think is a bit lax for his terminology in sababiyah. Okay, so sometimes fa sababiyah to him is like fa tartib, the next thing. Yes, this thing happened and then this thing.
and
Okay.
then this thing.
Yes, but if you see fa sababiyah also, you can use that as a chance to, contemplate, right? So could be, maybe the scholars see that kalimat is basically this, right? What he says here. This is a dua. It is a kind or a nida, right? So it could be fa sababiyah in that sense. Okay. Also, someone also said just now, but very close, although you don't actually say. So hold on. Okay, we have fa sababiyah. Okay. Put here 7 to 3. Okay, maybe I put a footnote. Okay. But a lot of times, right, even when in the books of Iraab, I check a few, even when they say fa atifa, a lot of them actually say this. What is la Buddha? Anyone know?
Not necessary.
Not necessary. Necessary.
Not necessary.
Yes.
Okay.
La Buddha actually basically mean like cannot escape, right? Means
Okay.
it is necessary. Okay. So La Buddha always comes with mean, whatever is with the mean that is what is necessary. Okay. So what is necessary? To imply the jumlah before it. So they're saying what? They're saying there's a jumlah there that is in between this first jumlah fatalaqqa until kalimat and this fa. And what do we know that fa to be when we have a jumlah that is not there.
The tafsili something, right? Like the from Fajrat. Is that
Yes.
the one? The one.
Fasiha. Yes,
Fasiha,
Fasiha.
okay.
Yes.
I forgot
Okay.
the name.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put that as 2, and then this as 3. Okay. So oops.
Fasiha, is it? Fasiha.
Fasiha. Yes. Okay. Basically, the the jumlah that is not there is
Rabbana Solomon.
no. Qala, he said it. So he received words. He said it. He said those words basically. Okay.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yes, it's easier than what we think.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that
So the
Rabbana one,
difference.
yeah, is
Yeah.
this one, Fasababiyah, basically. Okay,
Okay.
can you all see the difference?
Yes,
Inshallah.
Alhamdulillah. It's so deep.
Yes, very deep. So even
Ah.
even with Iraab, right? Even if we just contemplate from what the scholars say, inshallah, may Allah still count that as contemplating his words, inshallah. Yes, and so any questions before we end the class today? Sister Hamisa, you are
Yeah,
very
very very deep
quiet,
in thoughts, and yeah, I think I
but
have to relook at this again. I think
inshallah.
it's a very
Okay.
good you know, yeah.
Yes,
Didn't
okay.
realize that it's so deep.
Yes, inshallah. So I'll put footnote here to explain, inshallah. Yeah, if no questions, then I see you all on Wednesday, inshallah. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilaik. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Jazakallah
Jazakallah khairan kaseera, sister.
Wa iyyakum.